Hello again, friends and loyal Wolfpack members. Chaos Wolf here with the Mighty Ducky, and welcome to Elite Dangerous Horizons. Now, this should, well, I say should, it definitely is, going to be episode 1 of season 3 of Zero to Hero. I decided to restart the Zero to Hero season 2 because, I'll be honest, I didn't really put as much time into it as I possibly could have. I kept getting distracted by other things. But that's something I want to rectify now that Horizons has been released. So I am going to be putting a lot more time into the Zero to Hero series. So I'm hoping that's going to make some of you very, very happy. I've also taken a little bit of criticism on board, and I'm going to be trying to make a few changes to the series. So, without further ado, what we need to go and do is jump into options, click the clear save of the Mighty Ducky. Yes, we're clear. Save has been deleted. So, enter new commander name. Commander the Mighty Ducky. Okay. And right now, as you can see, now that we've got Horizons, we can choose either New Commander or Horizons Sidewinder. So we have Horizons. So we're going to start with this one. So we're pretty much back to the absolutely stock little Sidewinder, the ship that you get free with every purchase of of the game. It's almost like the free toy that you get out of your breakfast cereal in the morning. It's a not bad little ship, but it doesn't really excel at anything. Well, what do you expect from a starter ship? Right, we start in Asila's Primus. Oh, that's interesting. If I go back and forth. Oh, no, we do just start at Asila's Primus. Okay, that's cool. Because on this one it says random federal system, but we're definitely starting in Asila's Primus. Okay, cool. And we've got 1,000 credits. So, okay. Let's click OK and let us go and start. Now, as always, with one of the ground rules of the Zero to Hero series is we only ever play in open. On my main account, on my Chaos Wolf account, we go and play in the private group 9 times out of 10 because that's where the vast majority of the Wolfpack play. But not so with Ducky. So, we'll go open play. Now, I have heard whispers that we can go and start on a planetary surface, and I'm really interested to find out if this is true. Well, I know it's probably true, it's just I'd like to see it myself. And I'm pretty sure you guys would like to come and see it with me. And here we are in Bacon's Prospect, and from the look of the the image up above my my starport services down here, we are in a settlement, and it does appear to be a fairly substantial one. So let's go and return to the surface, at least temporarily. Oh, and look at that. Let's have a look around. So it seems to be it claims to be a large settlement, but it seems to be not the biggest of settlements either. So that's interesting, but okay. Oh, look at that! We have some sentry drones flying around as well. Oh, is that one? I think that one might actually be the really big one. What's that one called? The Goliath. That's it. Cool. Well, we've got some ships knocking about. Don't know if any of these are commanders yet because we can't tell unless we either scan them or just see them on the radar. But let's start off by going into the starport services and finding out what we've got around this area. So, bulletin board. Let's have a look in there, see if we've got anything interesting here. Okay, so we've got a mission for 36,000 credits, or planetary search and rescue. I cannot do this one yet, and I cannot do this one yet because we do not have an SRV. Installation. This will mean that we have to go and scan an installation, and in order to scan it, it needs us to have an SRV. It says here it requires SRV, so decline. Planetary search and rescue doesn't say here that we need to find a we need an SRV, but it says planet, target location, planet. And we need to find an escape cryo, well, basically an escape pod. An occupied escape pod. Bloody hell. So that's what we need to go and get. But in order to get that, we need to go and scoop it up with a SRV. So we're kind of a little bit screwed on that one anyway. So let's first of all go over and have a look in the galaxy map and find out roughly where we are in relation to everything else. So we're basically in the Asilis Primus system. How far away is that from Sol? I'm curious now. Well, it's a fair way. Oh, not Isil. I'm after Sol. I wish I could type. Well, it's still a fair way off from Sol. Oh, that's not too bad, actually. 47 light years. Could we theoretically get there? Doesn't look like we can. Okay. Now, another system I'm very interested in. Yeah, I had a feeling we'd be a fair way away from Jonai. But no, it's not too far. We can actually go and plot a... Oh, no, we can't even plot a route there. We don't have the jump range. That's terrible. Alright, okay. So, what we're going to go and need to do is find out exactly what we've got in this system. Because I don't think I've been here for... at least for a long-ass while. Okay, because so this is where we are. We are on Asilis 2, it does seem. Yeah, Baker's Prospect. That's where we are. So we can jump over to the station. I think the station might be an interesting idea to go and do. We might even have rings on, well, resource extraction sites on here. So let's go and jump in. Let's go and get up out of basically get off the planet. Because we can't really do much else. Although, do we have an outfitting department? Yes, we do. Actually, do we even have... Oh, we do have an SRV. Well, that is awesome. So, let's just double check that. So, restock. Yes, we do. We have an SRV. That is so surprising. I really did not expect to have an SRV right off the bat. So, that changes things. So I am more than happy to go and select Planetary Search and Rescue, except... So that's 47,000 credits. And let's see. Asilis Primus Nobles. Asilis Primus Nobles. I mean, we could theoretically go and do this, but I don't think this is a good idea. This is... this base has 3 pluses next to it. What this means is... each of these pluses means is the level of security that this particular base has. So, I'm not willing to go and do that. I think this one might be more about with speed. So, let's go and accept that one as well. Now, this one, do we have to go to a specific system? We have to go to Eranin, yeah, okay. And go to Kramer's base, or Kramer base, okay. Alrighty, so this one, we've got to find an occupied escape pod. So I'm pretty sure that we can find that on this planet. Okay, so now I've got to go through all my controls again. I completely forgot about this. There we go.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Okay, so the next thing I'm going to really want to do is go and mess around with my power distributor because I don't like having an even spread. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to put 2 more pips into my engines, and I'm doing this by pretty much just using the default things on the keyboard. I do have them set to my X52 as well, but you can just press up on the directional keys to go and change your power pips. Now the reason I've put 2 more pips into engines is because all 4 pips into engines means we can travel a little faster. So let's stow our landing gear. I can't remember what the default binding for this is because I don't use the default binding anymore. And we're now over 2 kilometers up, so we can go and level out and have a look around. Now, the reason I am over 2 kilometers up is because points of interest don't really show up very well unless you're over 2 kilometers up. And they completely fade, they start fading out by the time you start basically flying down to the surface. It's basically that your ship's systems cannot locate them. So what we're going to do is just fly around and have a look and see if... There we go. That was easy. There's one. So we're now inside the point of interest. You can see that because it's the big blue. Our radar's turned blue. And you'll also notice that the further we go down, as soon as we hit 1.5 kilometers, it's fully faded out. So it's not at all available to see anymore. So let's have a look around, because this might be a fairly large point of interest, one that you can see from orbit, or maybe not. Uh-oh, we're coming in a little quick. Whoa, that was a little bit concerning. We have got something on the contacts. Oh, it's high energy wakes. Okay. Okay, so let's pick... So, what we need to do is find a place to land. And we have got a good place to land at the moment, as I've covered previously in my tutorial on this. Because the little disc underneath our ship on the holographic is blue, we can use this place to land. But what we need to do is we need to rotate sideways. There we go, until that turns blue. There we go. We are now docked, or landed at the very least. So let's go and deploy our SRV. Okay, so what we need to do is go and try and find this hapless little poor sod. Right, so dismiss ship. So we need to find this hapless little guy that has pretty much... Right. Okay. Wait here for a minute, because that might just be... Because you can see that we have a reading on the radar. I have a feeling that that's just our ship. Yeah, it's disappearing, so that's nothing important. What we want to find, though, is a tall reading. Because what we've got here is one that only reaches about 50% of the way up. So that doesn't feel like it's something that we're going to be interested in, because we want a artificial signal source. I think I just saw a weak one coming from this direction. So let's go and find out. So putting another 2 pips into engines again. It does look like we're only going after natural signals again, because the signal source... Oh, wait a sec. No, I think we might be seeing potentially one over this way. I don't know. Because occupied escape pods are not going to show up. Are going to show up as stronger signal sources, and the stronger signal sources basically show up further up on the little sonar radar thing above our ground map here. But I've got to say, I find this really strange that as soon as you start with Horizons, you automatically start out with an SRV. I really was not expecting this. I was fully expecting to have to grind up to it myself, and we have an artificial signal source, it seems. Very, very weak at the minute. It seems to be directly ahead of us. I don't know if it's just a trick of the radar, but it does seem that we might have something of interest a little further ahead. No, we do have a signal source. We can see it here. These readings show up differently than the normal readings we find, because the normal readings only travel up halfway up the sonar panel. These ones go up the whole way, because they show that they're a lot stronger and they're hitting something a lot denser, perhaps. I'm not sure exactly what the explanation is behind it. But we're just going to have to keep following these signals until we come across what I hope is going to be a crash site. We're basically going in roughly the right direction, and I know we're not heading back towards the settlement or our ship, because I've sent the ship away and the settlement is completely over there on our right. You can see it as a little triangle on the surface map. But it looks like there's a big artificial signal source this way. I'm just hoping that it is what we're looking for. It looks like there's a slightly stronger one this way. So let's head this way a little bit. And you can hear it on the sonar as well. You can hear the kind of the clicking of a little bit like a Geiger counter. That means that we're getting closer. Now, those kind of sounds do change the closer you get to something. Not only the closer you get to to what you're looking for, but also what type of signal it really is. So let's keep going. There we go. We can actually see that it's starting to become a bit more distinct. It's not taking up the entire of the sonar panel anymore, or the ground radar, as it really should be called. It's actually getting narrower and narrower. And what this means is we're getting closer and closer. So let's speed up. The faster we go, the more you should see this getting narrower and narrower, faster and faster. I don't want to go too full throttle, because if we do, we're going to end up tipping, pitching. I think I can see it here, actually. I think this might be it. Yep, it is. Whoops, we got some sentries. This is a no entry zone. Now, let's get as close as we can to the edge. Now, these things are lawless, and we have got some occupied escape pods. That's what we do want. Now, what we could either do is just run in, scoop these up and run away, or we could go and take out these drones. Now, these drones are lawless, if I'm correct. They've got no record on them, but they're classed as lawless. So we shouldn't have a problem taking them out. So I've activated the turret. I'm going to put all power into systems and weapons, because we're going to take them out. And we're going to take a couple of hits on the way back. That's one down. Okay, maybe we're not going to take a couple of hits. They didn't react as fast as I was expecting them to. Okay, so let's go back. And now we can go and pick up our... Well, not our, but pick up these escape pods. So we'll drop out our cargo hatch. Have I already picked that one up? Inventory? Yes, I have. So let's pick up the other occupied escape pod. So let's go around and pick you up. There we go. We seem to have something else here as well. What have we got here? Cargo rack. Huh. What's this then? Oh, curious about this. Do we data scan it? Let's see what it does. Let's have a look. Transactions. No? Can we scoop it? I somehow don't think we will be able to. No? Doesn't look like it. Can we shoot it? This is the first time I've come across one of these, so I'm really not sure. Right, okay. Shot it. Nothing's come of it. Yeah, no. I'm really curious as to what the hell we would do with that. I mean, admittedly, we are full of cargo. We don't have anything else in here. But, oh well. It's nice to have got that fixed. Now, the problem we have at the moment is we are wanted with the outpost now, apparently. Or at least, at the very least, we are we're hostile with them. But let's go and see how well that works. So, looking down, we're going to basically recall our ship. How long we got? 20 seconds. There we go. Our ship's just jumped in. There it is. I do find it funny how we can target our own... when we target our ship, it looks like we're targeting ourselves. It's almost like it's some kind of wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff. So that's kind of amusing. Well, okay, let's get back to the ship. And, because as you can see, we've got a signal source for the ship as well, and it's showing as an artificial, long, tall signal source. There we go. Let's just get ourselves directly on it. There we go. Our board ship light is lit up, so let's go and board the ship. And here we go. We'll get back into the cockpit and let's get our asses back to the station. Now, the settlement does seem to have stopped being red to us now. So that's nice. I mean, let's get back above 2 kilometers. I can't boost all that much at the moment. There we go. We're above 2 kilometers. So let's head back towards the settlement, Baker's Prospect, and let's see if we spot another blue point of interest on the way back. So we might go and have a look at that on the way back. See if we can find anything else. I mean, how far are we away from Baker's Prospect? 10 kilometers. I don't fancy driving that far. So let's put ourselves to 0 degrees of elevation. You can see it right there in front of us. We're pitching up to 5, pitching down to -5. Set on 0, because at least then we know we're completely level. And we're not going up or down. Although the altimeter, just to the right of there, does say that we're going up a little bit, but what's really happening is the ground is just dropping off. But it doesn't look like we're going to be finding any more points of interest, so let's just come down and request docking.
Docking request granted.
So we've been given our pad, so here we are. Let's get our asses down. Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting we're in 0 gravity. Not 0 gravity, we actually have gravity now. It's 1.12 Gs, so it's roughly Earth levels of gravity. And when you're coming down, that is going to be taking an effect on your ship, just like that. So, thankfully we've landed now, so that's going to be charging up our capacitors a bit more. Let's enter the hangar and look at the starport services. The reason we're entering the hangar is I just realised I've completely forgotten something. And some of you long-time Zero to Hero fans will probably have already spotted it and have been shouting at your screen for me to do so. But first of all, let's go to the bulletin board. And let's deliver this. So give cargo. There we go. So that's nice. So that's given us some good money. We've now got 48,000 credits. So that is really, really nice. That's going to give us a little bit more wiggle room. Right, let's have a look at what this is. This is a planetary assault. Okay, it's 2 points. I'm not really too fussed with that. But let's go and do what I completely forgot to do earlier, which is go into the livery section and put on our yellow paint job. We do also have our red Colorado and our Black Friday paint job, but one of the rules of this is if we can get a yellow paint job for a ship, we should be going for a yellow paint job. Now, I do have as a... oh, look at that. We've actually already gone up to mostly penniless. That's awesome. But let's go and put on our EGX decal because I like the EGX decal. We also have something we can put down here, and I think I'm going to put it around about here, and we're going to have our female pilots. You know what? I don't actually like where that's placed because I don't like the way it sits on top of that really weird little... this little thing here. I don't like it. I don't like it. So I'm going to try and find a spot where it can sit, where it doesn't... you don't see it as much, but I don't think we're going to find a really good spot for that. So I think... yeah, that's terrible. Let's swap it to the very, very bottom one. There we go. That's the best. Look at that. It's just a tiny little stand there. I really don't like it when it's really high up. It really bugs me. But now that we actually have some money, what we can go and do is upgrade a few things on this ship if we want. I mean, we've got our planetary approach suites. We've got 2 tons of cargo here. See, we've got 2 tons max, so that's nice that we have it. I mean, what else can we do? I can drop off the basic scanner. And let's go and have a look. Put another cargo rack. Let's just do that for now, because that's 1,000 credits. So that gives us 4 tons of cargo. I mean, I can go and put a larger frameshift drive in here. But we can't really afford anything higher than a Class C. That's kind of interesting. I mean, what else can we do? Well, it's not a lot at the moment, and to be perfectly honest, I'd rather go and buy ourselves a new ship before we go and start upgrading the little toaster oven, as Commander Dark Widow calls it. But anyway, let's quickly jump back into the bulletin board. Have a look, see if anything has updated, because these bulletin board missions do update every 5 minutes or so. But no, we've pretty much just got the same ones. So, nothing really of interest. This is actually quite a nice little payout, but I'm not too fussed. But, right, where were we? Let's go and have a look over at the galaxy map. Because we should see a system around somewhere. Where are we going? I have a feeling it's in the Dahan system, but I'm not sure. I might very well be wrong, but let's go to transactions, installation. No, it's the Aulis station? System, even? How far away is this from us? Aulis. Here we go. It's not very far. Can we go and plot a route over? Route unavailable. Okay. So it looks like we are going to go and have to upgrade that frameshift drive. So, outfitting. Boom, boom. Where am I going? Frameshift drive. Here we go. So we can go to a C. We can go to this one, because our stock one at the moment is 6.23 light year jump range. So let's go and upgrade that to the C. Do we have the power for that? Yeah, we have more than enough power for that. And what I think I'm going to do as well is upgrade the thrusters a tad. I think we can just upgrade a lot on this ship, very, very minorly. Upgrade everything to D-rated. Because this is a twofold thing. Not only are we increasing the performance of the ship ever so slightly, what you might notice is, let's say, here we go, power distributor A. Or let's even just compare. Boop, 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 boop. Mass, that's what we want. Mass. The one that we have now is 1.3 tons. The one that we're going to get is 0.5 tons, so it's a lot lighter. And what this does is it basically just gives us a lot more of a jump range. It lightens our ship, make it sit so we can jump further to different systems. I mean, let's have a look here. There's nothing we can put in that one, so fine. Shield generator. Can we upgrade to a D? So let's change this to class descending. I somehow don't think we're going to be able to afford anything like that. That's already fitted. Frameshift drive interdictor, shield cell bank, biweave shield generator. The biweave shield generator is going to be stronger than the one we have, and it is going to recharge faster. So I'm curious. I think we might try that, and it does actually increase our jump range. But the problem is that's a 1C. I don't want a 1C. I don't think I can afford a 2. Class 2. No, I can't. See? Shield generator. Because this is all down to class 1. But I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. I'm really not convinced. Anything else we can put in? Not really. There's not a lot we really want anyway. I mean, can I go and change this to an H? I don't think we have an H here, really, to be perfectly honest. No, I don't think we do. Actually, no, there's the H. And that's the one... Actually, no. Let's go back a second. It's an H2. So what we would have wanted was a G2. And I know I'm probably just spouting complete random gibberish to most of you. And what... I'll find them again, 1 second. Here we go, planetary vehicle hangars. This is pretty much the one that we have fitted at the moment, which allows us to house our SRV in the ship. Now, the mass of this one is 12 tons. The reason I'm considering this one is it's only 6 tons, it's half the weight. But it does use a lot more power. You can see that it uses 3 times the power. But that's kind of nice because it would have given us over an 11 light year jump range. But we can't afford it, so it's a moot point. So let's exit. We should have enough of a jump range now to be able to get to where we're going. So let's get back to the galaxy map. It's this system here. And we've pretty much just got to go and land on a planet somewhere. We've got a rocky body here. Rocky. What's this one? Rocky. Okay, because we can't land on these ones. The main reason we can't land on these ones is this little bit here, is atmosphere type. These planets have an atmosphere. Because currently in 2.0, which is the current build of Elite Dangerous, we cannot go and land on atmosphere planets, but we can go and land on ones that don't have an atmosphere. So we've got to go to a specific place. I forget what the name of the place is. So let's go out of this and go... And let's exit out of the galaxy map completely. Because first of all, we need to go and find out what the name of the installation is. It's in Lewitt Base. Okay. So let's open the galaxy map again. And let's find Lewitt Base. So back into the system map. So I don't think Lewitt Base is here. I'm pretty sure it isn't. No, it's not. So it's not this one. It might be one of these. Let's find out. Nope. Is it this one? Lewitt Base. Here we go. That's the one we want. So there we go. We've now managed to plot our course here. So that's awesome. And let's go and launch. Okay, so we now got to go and break the planet's gravitational hold again. So we got to wait until we get up high enough. And since I changed my power distributor, I've got to reset my settings. So let's get back up and get out of here. And now we can go and align with our target. Okay, so here we are in the Lewitt Base. It's the system that we're... I forget which system we're in. Aulis, that's the one. But how much money do we have at the moment? I'm kind of curious. We have 48,000 credits, so we can go and change to a different ship. But I'm not sure if we want to quite do that just yet. I think we're going to go and finish this mission first, and then we're going to go shop for a new ship. So we need to get our asses over to that Lewitt Base. And what is it exactly that we need to go and do again? We need to go and scan... Well, basically, we need to go and interface with a terminal there. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. Hopefully it's not going to be a pain in the ass. Right, okay, so as we're coming in, if we look over, turns out that Lewitt base has medium security, so maybe the pluses are not really for showing us how much security it has, because we can see one here that has 2 pluses and is low security. So my next kind of guess would be the size of the base, basically for that class. Right, okay. We're caught in the gravity well. We need to go and bleed off a bit at this speed. There we go. Pitching down, pitching back up again. Did that fine. So here we go. We're now on our planetary approach. Now this should be very, very interesting. Because this is the first time we're actually coming to land on a planet with Commander Ducky. I've never done this with her before. And now you can see that the marker for Lewitt base, it has just become dotted, and it's gone a bit more dark and kind of washed out. Now what that means is that the settlement is on the opposite side of the horizon, so it's on the opposite side of the planet, or the moon, as the case may be. So what we need to do is we need to go in and get into orbital cruise. So we're now at basically 1 megameter. We're now into the kilometers. As soon as we hit orbital cruise, there we go. We can pitch up until we hit between minus and plus 5 degrees. And what that does is that allows us to travel very, very quickly around the moon or the planet. So it just allows us to get around this in Super Cruise so much faster. There we go. We're now into the kilometers again. So let's pitch this way. Lock the headlock again, because that gets a bit disorientating at times. And we're coming in a little bit too quick, so let's pitch up a bit.
Critical. Warning, temperature critical.
Yep, we definitely came in a little bit fast there. And we are still... There we go, we got to wait for our frameshift drive to cool down. Because that was an emergency stop. That was pretty much an example of how not to do things. I basically pitched down way too fast. Well, way too soon, way too much, too quickly. So we were basically trying to fly straight into the ground, and that really doesn't work. So we're 23 kilometers up. What we're going to want to do is get back a little bit higher up, because we want to come into glide, because otherwise this is going to take an absolute age to do.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
So let's get back up a little bit. So we're out. So we get up before the drop point. The drop point is 25 kilometers. So we'll get up to about 30. Pitch down again so that we're moving a little bit further away. So 50 kilometers away does seem like a good distance. So we'll pitch up and around, and we'll come back to it. And we'll go slowly this time. I'm still pitched down to about a 50-degree angle, so that's really not quite good. But we are slow enough that we're not going to be hitting... We're going to be hitting glide, and that's what we're in at the moment. And we've now managed to get fairly close. So that is good. We're now in a good range from this base. So let's put our lights on. Now I can't really tell you what the default bindings are for these, because I've been using my X52 for so long that I really don't remember what it is. Now we're only We're less than 3 kilometers from this base. And I am pitching down. I'm holding my downward thrust. Because we're going to have to drive in. And it looks like the gravity on this planet is 0.13 G, so it's a lot less gravity than what we were in the previous place. Okay, so what have we got on the contact? We've got a lot of defense turrets. So this is going to be very interesting indeed. Right, we've now got some unusable terrain. There we go. Now we have some usable terrain. Let's just go down gently. So we've now touched down. So let's go and deploy this SRV. Now it does appear that we are pretty much on the dark side of this planet, so I'm going to hit the light button again to put ourselves up to high beams. Now, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to come in very, very carefully. I'm not going to be jumping around a lot. So, let's see. You can see that you've got a really big signal source ahead, and that's all the defense turrets. So we've got to go in interface here. Well, what I'm going to have to go and do first is secure the area, and that's going to be taking out a lot of the defense turrets around where we need to go to. Oh, it looks like we have some skimmers as well. Hopefully we're not going to have any Goliath skimmers, because that's going to be worrying. Let's have a look at what we've got. We've just got normal sentries, okay. But this is going to be very, very interesting. So let's go and start off by taking out this turret. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate my turret. There we go. I'm curious to see... Ah, hell! Oh, hell! Oh, hell! So, pretty much, I was just running away there like a little girl. But I don't mind admitting that, because that was a lot of angry stuff coming after us, and I do not want to die. But hopefully, those drones will be following us now. Right, we're out of range of that turret. But we are coming up on another one of those drones. But it looks like we're actually in range. And where is that coming from? Well, it looks like we found our data point, at least. Or at least one of them. Right, where are we being hit from? Okay, this is another defense turret. Well, that's too far away for us to see or hit. Another one over there. But that's over a hill or something similar. So what's hitting us now? Whatever's hitting us is hitting us through the base. So that's nice. But we now have the ability to scan this data point. So let's do that. And are we going to get a timer? Yeah, we are going to get a timer. Where is the next thing we need to go and scan? Is the question. So we've only got 33 seconds. I think we need to go and kill the rest of these turrets first, because they're just getting annoying now. Right, now we've got to go find the second data point. Where is it? Pretty sure I saw one around... There it is. We've got 21 seconds to scan it. Let's get into the turret mode. Scanning. Now, is this the last one? I hope it is. No, there is another one. Where is this one? Is this the one? Let's hope it is. Come on, 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 come on. Damn it! Telemetry broken. Let's try that again. Come on, please let this be the last one. There we go. All links established. That's nice. And yet we're still getting shot at by everything, so that's lovely. So now we've got to go and scan one of the things for the Intel package. Where are they? Well, here we are. We've found one of the hub access as well. This is active, so let's try and scan this as well and see what happens. So I'm hoping this is for the mission. Terminal accessed. Let's go over and have a look now. Installation with terminal, blah 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 blah. Oh, I still haven't finished it yet. But it did appear that there was 2 of these terminals. So let's go and find the next one. Here's the next one, it seems. So let's scan this one. Is this going to be the last one? Let's hope. There we go. Mission updated. So let's have a look. Surveillance software has already begun transmitting. Thank you, Commander. Head back to Baker's Prospect for your reward. Right, so that's awesome. So all we need to do now is not die, which would be an absolute crying shame right at this point. So let's get the hell out of here. Well, that was a bit hairy. I thought I'd landed out of range of those AA guns, but obviously not. Well, we lost our shields and we're down to 91% hull, but we only took 2 hits, so that was kind of worrying. But let's get the hell out of here. So let's align with escape vector, get the hell out.
Engage.
And what we're going to need to do is get back to the system we were in. So back to Asilis Primus. And back to Baker's Prospect. Oh, that's worrying. Not so much. But it looks like we're very, very low on fuel. I hope this isn't going to end up being a job for the fuel rats. Somehow I don't think it's going to be. And for those of you who are unaware, the Fuel Rats are a player group that they're basically Elite Dangerous's version of the AA. They'll come out and help you if you do run out of fuel.
Orbital flight engaged.
There we go. We are now in orbital flight again. So let's pitch up again and spin around so we can see where we're going. And let's head over to Baker's Prospect. So let's pitch up a little bit so we slow down. There we go. Can roll back around again and start heading down towards the deck. It's nice to see that Baker's Prospect is actually in the centre of a big meteor. Well, a big meteor impact, a big crater. I'm pretty sure they're of the mind that, oh, I'm pretty sure lightning won't strike twice. in the same place. It'd be funny if it did. Imagine an asteroid landing on one of these places. There's not a, it wouldn't stand a snowball's chance in hell. Well, let's get down. So we're coming down in glide. There we go. We are 18 kilometers away. We could have done better, but oh well. Let's just get in there. Okay, so we're now under 7.5 kilometers, so we can go and request docking. Now, let's not make the same mistake we made last time and go and smash into the ground. So, we're not going to be thrusting down too much. So, landing gear out. Right, so now that we're landed, we want to refuel. There we go, so we got our fuel all the way back. That's nice. And to repair, let's go in the bulletin board and hand in that mission. So, installation. Finish. Alright, that's awesome. And now, what else we want to do? Let's have a look into the contacts. Here we go, Intel point packages. So that's going to be another 10,000 credits. So that's nice. And I think that's it. I want to sell legal goods. We don't have anything to sell. So let's have a look at the commodities market, because I'm pretty sure we've still got 1 ton of... There we go, Occupy Escape Pod. We've still got one of them. So how much will that give us? 4,100 credits. Before we sell that, let's go and have a look in the bulletin board and see if we can find another mission for this kind of thing. Available, little surface missions. Boo-doo-boo-doo-boo, no. Okay. So, we'll go into the commodities market. We'll go and find that occupied escape pod again. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? There he is. So, let's sell him. It's legal salvage now, so we're not selling him into slavery. So that's good. So that's very nice. So we basically just... That's just a reward for bringing him back. But what we want to do now is we want to go and have a look and see if we can find a new ship. Because right now, we have nearly 100,000 credits, and I really do want to upgrade a little bit. So let's have a look in the system map. And I know this has been a bit of a longer... Well, I'll say longer. I was originally trying to not have it so that we were having really long episodes. Okay, so this place does have a shipyard, so this is where we want to go. So we're going to go and buy a new ship, and then we're going to go and call the end of this episode. But this is the first episode of Season 3, so I thought I'd give it a little bit extra, especially considering that we were going around, driving around on the planet and finding out so many new and awesome things. So let's get our ass up into the air.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
So we'll pitch up to 90 degrees. There we go. You can see it there. So we're basically going straight up like a rocket. And that means we can break the gravitational pull of this planetoid as fast as humanly possible. And there we go. So that means we can jump into Super Cruise. We can hit the escape vector.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Now, the escape vector is pretty much the direction you've got to face to make it the easiest possible way to break the gravitational pull of the planet. So, there we go. We can't really go and hit proper orbital cruise yet. But let's get back to 90 degrees. And I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? There we go. You can see where 90 degrees is because the Because the thing just flips around really weirdly. But there we go. We're now at over 25 kilometers, so we're over drop range. So we can go and hit the orbital section again. We've got a little bit of a way to go, so I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, so basically I had to go and jump over one more system to Owlin Enterprises. So what we're going to have to do again is go back and put the frame shift drive back to what it was, because otherwise we were going to be losing 5.3 thousand credits, and I really don't want to be doing that. So let's go to the shipyard and let's go and pick up the next ship that I want. And this time we're going to be going for the Eagle, because I want to try some combat out a bit more. Because normally before, what we were doing is we were going for the Hauler or the Adder, but we've done that in the last 2 seasons, so let's go for the Eagle this time. My current real goal is to get myself into a Viper Mark IV, but we'll have to go and see, because we might end up going through the Viper Mark III in order to get there. But first of all, let's buy this. We'll part exchange our old ship. I don't know why we're getting 5,000 credits, because we're knocking off some of the prices, but I don't know why that is. But oh well. So I'm happy with that. So we're basically getting the ship for 38,000 credits, roughly, rather than 44,000. So here we are, we have ourselves a new ship. So let's get back into the starport services, hit the outfitting screen. And first things first, let's not go there, we want to go to the paint job. Okay, back again after a quick snafu there. We had a bit of an issue. What we had to do is go out and pick ourselves up a nice little yellow paint job. Well, I say yellow, it's as close to yellow as we're going to get for a while. So, what we're going to do, back, here we go. Let's go and put our crosses on our wings. And what we want to do is we want to go and put our bobblehead down as well. There we go, and they're not too high up, so that is good for me. Now, what we want to do is we want to go and just outfit this ship a little bit better. Because we've got 53,000 credits, so we might as well. So, what we're going to go and do is we're going to have a look at some slightly better weapons. Here we go, multi-cannon G1. Let's buy that one. Now, the reason we're going for this one is because this was gimbaled. It's going to make it a little bit easier for us to aim. And we want to go and sell out these pulse lasers for gimbaled pulse lasers. Because we're swapping from the little target to the weird little crossy icon here. Because that means that we'll be able to aim a lot more easily at our targets. So that's good. And then we want a utility mount as well. I'm thinking either a chaff launcher or a kill warrant scanner. We don't really have much in the way of power for it though. So let's leave that for the moment and let's go inside. We've got the planetary approach suite, but we should have enough to buy ourselves a scarab bay. So let's go into class descending. Planetary vehicle hangar, 18,000. Yes, please. And then we can go and fill that with a scarab. And that's going to leave us 8,000 credits left. So what do we want to do? Problem is we're over our maximum power usage at the moment. We can fix that in a minute. So, what do we want to do? What we can do is we could theoretically upgrade our power plant. That would fix this in a different way, but that's not too much of an issue right now. What I am thinking of doing is looking into a frameshift drive interdictor. Not sure if we are going to have the money to do this though, because I seriously doubt it. Nope, we don't. But the best we can do is go for a fuel scoop. So let's do that. Give ourselves a basic fuel scoop. So if we want to go long distances, we can. We can sell this as well. Put our cargo rack in. Actually, come to think of it, we can just go and sell this one and put another cargo rack in. But I think the 2 slot is enough for the time being. But we've still got 7,000 credits left. So what I'm thinking of doing is upgrading the power distributor to a D2 class. And anything else that we can do. Maybe the thrusters up to a D2 if we... Oh, I said it'd be a D3 and we can't afford that. Let's upgrade the life support to a D1. That'll give us a better jump range and a bit longer if our canopy breaks. And I think we're virtually almost good here. So let's go and have a look. Yeah, we've still got the rebuy cost, so if things go really bad, we will be able to rebuy the ship. But it is to the point where we're not able to do too much because we are overpowered. So what I'm going to do, change the planetary vehicle hangar to 3, change the frameshift drive to 3, change the cargo hatch to 3, leave the shield generator and the weapons and stuff at number 2. What we want at number 1 is the thrusters take a lot of power up. Okay, so let's put all the weapons on to number 2. Life support we'll keep at number 1. So that looks about right. Okay, so that's going to give us... So what we're doing is the higher the number here, the lower the priority these things are in power. So if we were to pull our weapons out now, anything that is marked at number 3 would not deploy. So that's awesome. But anyway, that is the new ship. Now, let's go and have a look at it. Question is now, what are we going to call this ship? Because I've only got a name at the moment for one ship for Commander Ducky that I remember at least. And that was my Viper called the Wellard Mallard. But I'm probably going to change that to the Viper Mark IV. So what do we want to call this ship? I'm really not sure what to call this one as yet. So it has to be Ducky themed. Even though Ducky is my pet rat, which is where we got the name from in the beginning. So what should we call this one? I'll leave this one open to you guys. And as I said, I know this has been a long episode, but this is the first episode of Season 3. So I think we've really called for it. But anyway, guys, I really do hope you've enjoyed the video. I know Commander Ducky certainly did, getting herself into a nice new shiny eagle. But anyway, like I said, I hope you enjoyed it. If so, please don't hesitate hitting those like and subscribe buttons, because that really does help my channel out, and it really makes Commander Ducky all that really more happy. Great English there, I know. But anyway, guys, I've been Commander Chaos Wolf, you've been epic, I will see you next time, and until then, keep flying and stay shiny.